adjust the light here. Hey everybody, I'll be on here in a little bit. This is a different camera I'm using today. I have another camera on the way, but the camera that I borrowed was one I've been using, and it's not that great. And this is my camera, which doesn't really have much variation when it comes to the lens. Anyway, the camera that I have ordered is supposed to be here tomorrow, so bear with me. The crappy video. Let's see what's going on in here. Everything falls down. Well, I certainly want to replace some of the rotten leads that are coming in and out of here. In particular, the wiring for the eye tube. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. Be back in just a minute. Let's see. Okay, this camera's not very good. I'm sorry about that. I've got another one on the way. Kind of having a crappy day. My wife has had COVID for like a week. Luckily, it's not that bad, but we've been isolating for about a week now. It's kind of weird, like being in the same house, but not, kind of avoiding each other. I got it last year for the first time ever. It wasn't the most amazing experience. I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm pulling all these tips off of these connectors. The black wire is actually okay. It's just the blue and the red that are problematic. I meant to go to the museum and get some placement of wiring. Hope some of you are staying warm, those of you who are on the other side of the country. I shouldn't complain. It's like 67 here, maybe. If there's anyone from Great Britain, don't ask me what that is in metric, because I'm a dumb American. All right. Oh, these are so difficult. Center one. Make sure that tip's going to stay on there. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe get a better mount for the camera. That's just keep hitting the camera with my head. I'm also not having a great day because, I don't know, work. I wish I could do this for a living instead of what I do. But there's no need for radio repairmen anymore. No one repairs radios. Buy a new one. I'm not even sure if I'm not sure if many people actually go out and buy a radio anymore, like specifically go buy a radio. It's just something that comes in your car, but everyone else is listening to their cell phones. And I'll kind of have to admit something. I listen to radio every day, but almost all of my radio stations are from out of state or from some other place, and so I stream it. And I think streaming is kind of what has saved a lot of smaller, independent, non-RIAA type radio stations. And streaming is kind of what enabled a lot of the stations to branch out. So, for example, these two stations I listen to get most of their income from out-of-state listeners and sometimes out-of-country listeners. The rest of the radio across the country is pretty much the same. It's all owned by giant conglomerates who play the same canned top 40 crap of every genre. So if you have a Bone or a Star or any of those, same company, pretty much repeating the same music over and over again across all different airwaves across most major commercial radio stations. Kind of delicate when I say anything. All right, good. That's in there. Good. Okay, so that one's replaced in this blue one. That needs to get replaced too. Do I have any other colored wire? I think yellow can become blue. So I've got some blue wire, but it's like massive and fat. Come on now, get out of there. Let's do the same thing with this one. Piece of rotten rubber wire. Pull this off too. Yeah, this camera's bad. It more or less just shows 50, kind of the equivalent of what looks like a 50 milliliter lens or millimeter lens. So it's not very flexible. So I can't wait for this fancy camera to come in tomorrow. Yeah, in fact, I'm not sure how much longer I'll film this because video quality is terrible. It's not for good quality. It's probably not enjoyable for those who are watching. Some weird dude randomly on about radios. I really need to get one of those radio rotisserie things that all the fancy guys use instead of doing what I do. Just put the crap everywhere. Come on, get in there. Got a little bit too much solder on there. Good enough. That guy came out of this hole. Casually knocked things over. All right, you wait right there, buddy. If you run any of your new wires that are associated with your radio reception, try to put them where they were if you can help it. You can kind of really mess up the radio's reception if you just go willy-nilly crazy on these things. Okay. Now this old blue one can get cut out of here. All right, so those are done. Takes care of that rotten wiring. I'm going to put an audio input in this thing. I've already got one. Let me get my audio cord. I just got some new ones the other day. Come on now, get out of there. Get the heck with this. Fooled by twist ties. This camera is real slow too. It just like I guess it must be like a security camera maybe. This thing already has a hole in the side of it, so I'm just gonna reuse the hole for my cable. Let's leave that cord there for now. Oh, that's perfect. Looks like it was made for that. Just tie a knot here. This won't come yanking out of there. Where's my wire cutters? Wire cutters. Where's my wire strippers? Ah, here they are. Okay, there's my ground and my right and left channels. And since this is obviously a mono unit, to put the right and left channels together. It's really not that big of a deal, but you don't want to just twist them together. That's a great way to damage your input device. But I can solve that because I have a solution. Come on now, 20, 127. Here's another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie these resistor ends together, literally just like so. The twisted ends are going to go to positive side of the audio in. But before I do that, let me do some soldering. See, I've worked on one of these. I worked on one of these before, and I can't remember which one is ground. I'm guessing that has to be ground because it's black. Where does that go? That goes that, and that goes here. And that cable goes to here, which goes there, which goes there. Is at the bottom of the volume control. That might be the top. Where's this red wire go? It goes here. Doesn't make any sense. It's tying into wrong wire. Never mind. Okay, that's going to here and there. The tone control. So the fact that that connects to the tone control is that's probably it. But there's a 50% chance that I'm wrong. So the odds are pretty favorable. Of course, I'm too lazy to pull up a schematic to confirm it. But we're dealing with teeny weeny little microscopic voltages here, so I'm not concerned. Oh, I need to say the disclaimer sometime in this video. Do not do anything that you see in this video because I'm an idiot. And there's potentially dangerous electric currents and voltages that are involved. And you can shock yourself or worse if you are not familiar with how to do these things. And I say this as somebody who still has managed to shock myself. I think I shocked myself about once a year. I don't recommend it. Okay, let's solder. Bet this puppy will sound good too. It's got a big speaker. It's got a good speaker in it. I mean, it's not push-pull or anything, but who cares? It's a 6F6. It's not gonna blow anybody out of the water, because 6F6 is kind of like the puny, well, basically 6V6. 6K6, 6F6 were kind of like earlier. 6V6 came out, and that was kind of like what became the standard for output tubes for a long time. Still made. Excellent design, excellent reliability. My garage amplifier in here is a Motorola. Came with the original tubes. I've only replaced one tube in it. It's on right now. It's on every single day of the week for hours and hours. The only thing that went bad in it was a strange rectifier tube called a 3DG4, 3-volt filament. It's like a television tube. All right, let's get the speaker and see if I get a noise out of it, meaning music or something else. Can I back this camera up? Let's see. Yeah, I really do need to do something about the camera. Okay. Bluetooth, where'd it go? Here it is. I'm usually buy these things for like some insanely cheap amount of money because we buy a lot of them, like 79 cents a piece. And they work. You have to buy a whole bunch of them to get them that cheap. All right, connected. BT receiver connecting. This guy likes to fight with the other Bluetooth. So let me turn the other Bluetooth off. Okay, connecting. Oh, I've had so much problem with this one. They're all generic, but this one in particular is kind of a pain. Turn on. Okay, it's active. So now I can plug it in and select some music to go. Go for broke. Watch it not work. Okay, put it on television for input audio. Now, why is it doing that? Still got some crap going on with some of the.
Gonna make it to the end of the road. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. No more.
Huh? Something COVID free. Great. Yay. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I got to end the webcast. As you can see, I'm having problems, but I'll fix it later. Anyway, see you guys later.